You're wired in. SmallCapVoice.com. Following is a presentation of SmallCapVoice.com, today's leader in investor relations, capital formation, and retail support. Now, with your online business briefing, SmallCapVoice.com's Stuart T. Smith.
Hey, everybody. Thanks so much for joining us here today at SmallCapVoice.com. And as you just heard, you're listening to an online business briefing, and I'm your host, Stuart Smith. And we're joined once again by our very active company, American Petro-Hunter Incorporated. They're traded on the over-the-counter bulletin board exchange under the ticker symbol AAPH, and we're speaking once again with the Chief Executive Officer for the company, Rob McIntosh. Rob, thank you so much for calling us. I know we're catching you in the car and on the road. You're somewhere outside Tulsa, Oklahoma. So, again, thanks so much for your time today.
Yeah, thanks for having me on, Stuart. I really appreciate it.
Well, you bet, and I appreciate all the news that you and your company has put out this summer. So many companies go into some kind of hibernation mode over the summer. Just the opposite, listeners, with American Petro-Hunter Incorporated. Just a litany of news that has come out on the wire from May to now. So much to go over. Let's jump into the news, though, that just came out today. American Petro-Hunter commences drilling operations for second horizontal well at North Oklahoma project. Congratulations on your second well there. Rob, let's go over this press release.
Sure. Thanks, Stuart. I've just left the field, actually. We're making preparations for our second horizontal well. This well is going to be an offset to the NOM-1H. That was our first horizontal, successful producing, and has been since the 6th of July. This well we've designated MOW-2H. And it's going to spud shortly. We're just getting all the requisite permits and everything in place, and got the rig contractor lineup, and we should be ready to go real soon.
Well, listeners, to go over the development for this company, you can listen back to our earlier audio interviews. The company's been extremely active this whole summer. Rob, we're going into that fall season now, and so many people will be getting into the swing of things as it relates to the market. The kids go back to school. There's a lot of activity that happens everywhere from blue chips to micro caps. Talk a little bit about the direction of your company through the months of September, October, November, and into December.
Sure thing, Stuart. We certainly, with this next horizontal well, are going to be busy late this month and early September. I also have scheduled a vertical well that was referred to in today's press release. That's the NOS-222 that we're going to be drilling probably now, not until October because of rig availability. It's very busy in the oil patch, and but we've got our contractors all lined up and our schedule. As I said today, our plan is to drill a horizontal well, one every other month. I believe that's prudent because once you drill, complete, and get the well into production, it gives you a little bit of time to see how many barrels per day and MF gas it's producing in order to, successfully plan for the next one. But we believe we can drill a well every other month, and that puts us a well into September, November, and possibly December with the horizontals, and probably one or two more verticals. So I'd really like to see 5 more wells go down before the end of the year.
Well, that is a lot for the company to undertake, and so much has already been achieved with the company. Rob, you and I have talked in the past in these audio interviews about the achievable targets for the company, one of them being becoming a 500 BOE barrel of oil equivalent producer as a goal. How close to that target is the company right now?
We're well on our way, Stuart, to becoming a 500 BOE company. We believe that the development plan we have placed with the existing planned wells, what we believe are achievable targets on production from these wells, and once they reach a stable production rate over time, it's all in the game plan that I would hope that by the end of this year we can be close to achieving our midterm target, which is 500, and of course over the course of the development of the company, we're looking at 1,000 barrels a day as our kind of annual target that we believe is achievable with the leases that we have in place today.
Well, Rob, this is the second well of 11 horizontal wells at the Ripley leases. Let's talk a little bit about where you're going to be at the end of this year. How many wells do you think you can get going there by the end of the year?
Sure, Stuart. This being the second well and 2 more planned by the end of the year would make a total of 4 wells in production on the leases, and that would leave us 6 more wells to drill and possibly 7 by drilling 1 well every other month for 2012. So we believe that by the end of 2012, the leases will be fully developed.
Listeners, this company's got some lofty goals, but again, review the press wire, listen back to our earlier audio interviews. They've achieved so much in such a small amount of time so far here, summer and spring of 2011. If you want to learn more about this company, you could do so by visiting their interactive website, AmericanPetro-Hunter.com. We are speaking with the president and CEO of the company, Robert McIntosh, today. Their investor relations company is Mountain View IR Services, and they can be contacted at 888-521-7762. Well, Rob, thank you once again for speaking to us here today at SmallCapVoice.com. We'll let you get back to the road, and your time here is much appreciated as always. Thanks so much, Rob.
Thanks for having me on again, Stuart.
You bet. For Rob McIntosh, this is Stuart Smith saying thanks so much for listening.